Manchester Science Festival is a creative, playful and surprising celebration of science, produced by the Science and Industry Museum. I spoke to one of the lead organisers, Andy Meyer.
So the University of Salford is the principal educational partner for Manchester Science Festival. So we hope that people from the public will come along and understand what we do, but also everything's playable. So it's not just listen, it's get involved, immerse yourself in this world and understand a bit more about science and technology.
So this is basically a retrocomputing exhibition, okay? It's a living, breathing museum where kids and adults can actually check out a variety of computers and gaming consoles all the way from the late 1970s to present day.
Space travel, you don't have any arable soil, and Mars don't have any arable soil. You can only grow things in water. So already you have people like that investigating it and researching it. It's already working in Japan, for example, in Singapore. And it's expanding, it's accelerating so quickly, and people like, for example, NASA's investigating it, because in space travel you don't have any arable soil, and Mars don't have any arable soil. You can only grow things in water. So already you have people like that investigating it and researching it.
Do you reckon it would work in Salford?
Definitely.
Yeah.
100%. We're doing it in Liverpool at the moment, so the climate's rather similar.
There was a big focus on VR and gaming at the festival, and this drew in a lot of visitors. Are you both interested in science?
I actually think that is the future. I work in construction, and I think that's, I see it, there's, both for gaming purpose, it's really interesting, but potentially augmented reality is even more interesting in our work, where, we work on construction sites and everything, and can you imagine if you could have like glasses on and see what a building would look like before it's even finished. And I think that's really cool, and I would just like the whole thing about, that kind of science.
This is the sonification of the bacterial DNA, which has been sequenced outside in our reDNA live lab. So what we have is we've taken swabs of people's mouths or people's skin, and Susa from the Sonification department, she's come along and she's given each bacterial species a note. So when we listen, what we have are the sort of notes in the foreground which relate to each individual bacterial species, and the notes in the background noise, they relate to the sort of diversity, the number of bacteria.
I spoke to a few visitors at the festival to see what they had to say.
I quite liked the VR right at the top and the games on the floor below it.
The
old-fashioned
retro games.
Yeah.
I think that they'd enjoy science otherwise, or might have been put off science in school.
People that might not originally be interested in sort of going into STEM might then be inspired by this and want to go off and be scientists.
That's what we're looking for, to try and help make science more accessible.
Jodie Smith, reporting for Quays Radio.